First death match. Superman versus Thanos, where these characters are going all out to win. Who comes out on top? Let's find out.
Hear the music.
I could do this all day.
Rocketed to Earth as an infant from the doomed planet Krypton, Kal-El was adopted by the loving Kent family and raised in America's heartland as Clark Kent. Using his immense solar-fueled powers, he became Superman to defend mankind against all manner of threats, while championing truth, justice, and the American way. Superman is arguably the strongest here in the DC universe, and has performed some truly incredible feats of strength, even helping to move the entire Earth alongside Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter. He's also held a miniature black hole in his hands before, destroyed a moon, and has beaten down Darkseid and Doomsday. Superman has the ability to move at faster than light speeds, and his top speed hasn't even really been calculated yet. He's able to land hundreds of strikes in just a few seconds, and his mind is just as fast too, allowing him to process and understand vast amounts of information almost instantaneously. Superman is one of the most durable beings in existence, able to withstand bullets, missiles, bombs, and other man-made weapons without a scratch. In fact, you're more likely to hurt yourself by punching Clark than actually hurting him. However, it's not impossible to injure the Man of Steel. Characters with super strength like Mongol, Despero, and Doomsday have injured him in the past. He's also been hurt by powerful energy attacks. Superman has limitless stamina, as long as he's exposed to yellow sun radiation, and his body also emits a gravitational field that enables him to defy gravity and fly at faster than light speeds. Kal-El has the ability to suck in large amounts of air into his lungs, and then create strong gusts of wind with it. He's even able to control the temperature which expels this wind, which results in his freeze breath. Superman also has the ability to convert stored solar energy into beams of thermal energy that can reach a temperature comparable to stars. Superman is a capable fighter, and has knowledge of boxing, brawling, and pressure points, but he's by no means an expert fighter, instead relying on his incredible powers to win the fight. So Superman really is a serious threat, no matter who you are. But today, Kal-El is taking on a worthy contender, someone who rivals his greatest enemies like Darkseid and Doomsday. Thanos, the Mad Titan himself, is now entering the ring. Thanos is an Eternal with a deviant gene, making him unique and extremely powerful, even amongst his own kind. Above all else, Thanos loves and worships Mistress Death, the embodied entity of death in the Marvel Universe. Few can equal his intelligence, strength, and ambition for power. Thanos is wielded the Cosmic Cube, the Infinity Gauntlet, and even the heart of the universe. Being an Eternal, Thanos is exceedingly powerful, and you could even argue he's on the same tier as some Skyfather beings like Odin. Thanos amplified his physical strength, so he is far stronger than any other Eternal, and is possibly one of the strongest beings in the universe. He's been able to overpower Battery Bill, beat Silver Surfer within an inch of his life, defeat Thor even while Thor held the power gem, and sent an attacking Hulk flying with a single punch. Thanos is also durable enough to easily brush off attacks from most heroes, and perhaps what's even more impressive is his durability to energy attacks. He's similarly unaffected by Thor's massive lightning strikes, and Surfer's full power blast, and has stood up against blasts from Odin and Galactus. Thanos is able to tap into, transform, and direct vast quantities of cosmic energy, and can emit powerful blasts of energy with his eyes and hands. These blasts have sent Galactus flying halfway across the planet, instantly knock out the Thing, and considerably hurt both Thor and Hulk. But this energy manipulation can also do other stuff, like lobotomize and mind control the Fallen One, and heal Moondragon of a fatal disease just by touching her. He's able to create force fields that could easily withstand punches from an enraged Hulk, or the champion who possesses the power gem, and also trap beings or objects traveling at high speeds, like Mjolnir or better yet Bill's hammer Stormbreaker. Thanos is an incredibly powerful telepath, as he can project sonic blast, travel to the astral plane, lobotomize powerful beings, mind control the Hulk, and he also can attack on the Sync Time Warp attack. Like all Eternals, Thanos has the natural ability to teleport, although he usually prefers using technologies to teleport. Finally, Thanos is highly intelligent, as he has spent his entire life acquiring intelligence, and he's one of the most knowledgeable beings in the universe. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, I know you might be thinking, I've already done a whole video on Justice League taking on Thanos. So what's the point of just sending in Superman by himself against the Mad Titan? If the Justice League couldn't take him down, then what can the Man of Steel do by himself? Well, today's matchup is going to be a bit unique, as it's our first death match, meaning that for all intents and purposes, Superman is going for the kill here. Call it bloodlusted, call it not holding back, call it whatever you want. In this fight, Superman will be going all out against Thanos. I like to think of it a lot like when Superman took on Darkseid at the end of the Justice League Unlimited.
I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die. But you can take it, can't you, big man? What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
That's what we're talking about here. Can that version of Superman take down Thanos? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Now, strength-wise, a Superman who is no longer holding back is a very, very scary thing. I mean, Clark is strong enough to throw punches hard enough to split apart moons or planets. He's moved the Earth before on multiple occasions. He's destroyed meteors and asteroids that were on track to demolish the Earth. And he's even lifted a book with infinite pages before. Superman has broken out of being frozen in time, shattered the boundaries of space and time, and he's even broken alternate realities before. Then, in actual fights against actual opponents, well, Superman has punched Wonder Woman at light speed, sending her flying from the sun all the way back to Earth. He's punched Hell so hard that the shockwaves are felt from the core of the planet all the way up to the Watchtower, and has even just flown straight through Soulfire Darkseid. However, Thanos is also impressively strong. I mean, the guy's regularly fought against whole teams, like the Avengers, Guardians, or even the Annihilators. He's gotta have superhuman strength to do that. One of his very first fights, while going against Drax the Destroyer, Thanos actually destroyed a planet, just the shockwaves of his blows. He sent the Hulk flying miles away with just one punch, knocked out Super Skrull with one punch, and battled against multiple Thors at once. He's even nearly killed the Silver Surfer with just a few hits. Thanos has even hit the In-Betweener, an abstract level entity, hard enough for the In-Betweener to bleed. And in his fight against his son Thane, he actually bull rushed Thane straight through a planet, destroying it in the process.
We don't fear anybody. We're here to only win. We don't care who we play. We don't care if it's simple.
However, for the most part, I would say a Superman who is not holding back is probably stronger than Thanos. On top of that, Superman is going to be able to couple his strength with his speed. That's a real dangerous combo. I mean, in this fight, Superman isn't going to be limiting his speed in order to protect anybody else around him. So you can expect almost every punch to becoming at light speed, maybe faster. The guy's regularly able to react to the Flash, Professor Zoom, and other speedsters. So there's no doubt that he can move at these speeds in combat. He's blitzed opponents like Mongol and Empiric's Probe, launching countless attacks all around them at once. Superman has even shown that he can unleash Infinite Mass Punch, splitting a moon in half, although this attack does have some negative repercussions, considering that Clark isn't protected by the Speed Force like the Flash. This super speed also means that Superman is going to dodge essentially every attack from Thanos. Consider that the Mad Titan doesn't really have super speed of his own, and Clark can even think and process information faster than light speed, allowing him time to strategize and come up with ways to take the Mad Titan down. And as if that wasn't enough, Superman has learned how to phase and shift his molecules, phasing through attacks from both Doomsday and Mongol. Really, just that level of strength and that level of speed combined, absolutely terrifying. Problem is, Thanos is a whole lot more durable. A whole lot more durable than the Man of Steel. He isn't even phased when Silver Surfer unleashes Energy Blast. He's taken multiple point-blank shouts from Black Bolt directly to the face and didn't go down, and both of those attacks are supposedly capable of destroying planets. Thanos' easily stood a weapon that was designed to kill him, survived gas giants exploding and came out the other side unharmed, and survived being inside of a black hole with the mass and pressure of 10 Milky Way galaxies. He's casually taking punches from Hulk. When Thor struck him with a massive lightning blast, Thanos just asked him to do it again, and he's even taken multiple blasts from Odin, a Skyfather level being, and still didn't yield. Then there was his fight against an enraged Warrior Madness Thor, who was enhanced with the Power Gem, which I think is actually extremely useful for this fight, because for the most part, I think we'd all agree that Superman and Thor are roughly equals when it comes to strength. And if anything, Thor has an advantage when it comes to striking at power. And this version of Thor wasn't holding back, a lot like Superman in this fight. And Thor was into the Power Gem in this fight as well. I'm talking amped to where he can crack a planet in half across the solar system just the shockwaves from his attacks. And when Thor laid into Thanos, just left Thanos smiling with a bloody nose. That's insanely impressive and really badass. And Thanos is going to take pretty much every attack that Superman can send his way, considering how he held up against an amped version of Thor who was no longer holding back. And that's even considering that Superman can lay a hand on Thanos. Clark is going to have to get through with Thanos' force fields. That's a tall order in and of itself. They've easily shielded him from Power Cosmic Blast from Silver Surfer, Blast from the All-Father Odin, easily stopped a charging attack from the champion of the universe and with the power gem as well, and Galactus himself was impressed with the force fields, stating that they were very impressive and that he had never had to exert himself so much before just to get through a simple force field. If Galactus has to push himself in order to break through the shields, you can be sure that Superman is going to have to push himself in order to get through the force fields as well. And Clark's also never really shown that he's willing or even able to phase through force fields, instead resorting just to punch his way through. And that's more than likely the tactic he'll use here as well. Now, an enraged Thor with the power gem was able to crack the shield, so an enraged Superman should theoretically be able to crack and eventually bust through the shield as well. But that's not really the point behind these shields. Superman's greatest asset in this fight is his speed. That's something that can't be matched. So if Thanos is going to want to win this one, he's gotta have a way to hold off Clark's constant barrage. And that's where his durability in the shields can come into play. It's just gotta give him time to hold Clark at bay, until Thanos can unleash an attack of his own. Now, a physical attack might not be the way to go. For starters, Thanos might not even be able to land an attack with Superman's speed. But if he does, well, Clark is taking countless punches from guys like Doomsday, Mongol, and Darkseid. Survived the collision between Apocalypse and Genesis, and even survived the Source Wall explosion. But we can't forget that Thanos has so many more powers than just physical attacks. Yes, odds are Thanos will start off with physical attacks, but he'll quickly realize that that won't work against someone with this level of speed, and so go to more versatile attacks. And like we already said, Thanos' shields and his durability will allow him time to launch those attacks. So just what can Thanos do? Well, he's able to unleash extremely powerful energy blast, powerful enough to damage Galactus' armor and send him flying off his feet. And he can unleash omnidirectional blast. He can manipulate matter, turning opponents into stone, or is even just able to dissolve molecules. He can drain a life force from an opponent, leaving Superman as nothing more than a withered up corpse. He's able to manipulate energy and trap opponents in energy force fields, stopping Stormbreaker in mid-throw, or even momentarily trapping Odin himself. He's able to create portals to far-off dimensions, and has caught both a speeding Silver Surfer and a speeding Gladiator with those portals. So it's possible he'll catch Superman as well. Then there's Thanos' telepathy. Yes, Superman has shown some mental resistance, being notoriously somewhat difficult to mind control, and he's unconsciously kicked Martian Manhunter out of his mind before. But he's going to be hard-pressed to do the same thing with Thanos. I mean, the Hulk is arguably just as mental resistant as Superman, if not more so, and Hulk has kicked out planetary-level telepaths out of his mind before as well. Yet, Thanos is able to easily control him and force him to attack the other Avengers. Thanos has even telepathically battled against Galactus before, which is just kinda insane. So, end of the day, who wins here? Well, with Superman's strength and his speed, he's a genuine threat, even to someone like the Mad Titan. However, it's gonna be incredibly hard for him to try and get past Thanos' shields and his durability. I mean, his shields have held up to attacks from Odin and Galactus, who are undeniably more powerful than Superman. And in his fight against a bloodlusted Thor, who is on the same power level as Superman in this fight, if not more powerful, considering he's enhanced by the power gem, Thanos took those attacks and was left smiling. The big guy is just too durable. And even if Superman tries to play it smart and take Thanos out in space and near the sun, where Superman has the advantage, Thanos can just instantly teleport away to anywhere he wants, or just teleport Clark himself away. And while Thanos probably won't be able to land too many solid physical blows on Superman thanks to Kal-El's speed, he can always hit him with his more versatile attacks. Omnidirectional Energy Blast, Life Force Draining, trap him in energy shields, manipulate his body, or dissolve his molecules, or even just telepathically control Superman. End of the day, a Superman who isn't holding back is a very scary thing. But Thanos is scarier. Thanos is still just on a whole other level. In the Battle of the Marquise of Death, Thanos was summoned as one of the gods to fight alongside people like Galactus and Odin. He is considered to be the Avengers' most dangerous adversary in this or in any other universe. He's allowed to sit at tables and talk freely with abstract entities. And even though he lost in his fight against Odin, Odin still did say that it had been eons since he had fought such a foe, and Thanos was an adversary worthy of saluting. Like we said, Thanos is just on a different level, and Superman alone, whether he's holding back or not, isn't going to be enough to put the Mad Titan down. On the other hand, Thanos has plenty of ways to put Superman down that Clark can't really stand up to or counter. Thanos wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Who do you want to see go up against each other in the next death match? Sound off in the comments down below.